Hey guys, this picture you see, I thought was pretty cool. I saw this on Facebook earlier, and it fits the theme because it's super late over here. It's like 11, and normally I'd be sleeping. I go to bed kind of early, but um, I am waiting on Garrett to come home. They had to go out of town for work, and he should be home about 1, but I can't sleep. And I've been thinking about this for a very long time, actually for years. And I even made a video about nine or 10 months ago about Proverbs. And I want to actually bring it back up to refresh me, but hopefully it could refresh you, because you know the Proverbs 31 woman. Everybody knows this saying. You gotta be the Proverbs 31 woman and blah 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 blah, and they always bring it back to what you should be doing, or what you're supposed to be doing, or if you are not doing this and lacking that, then you're basically a nobody, right? Which is man's teaching. It's religion. And that goes with the book of Song of Solomon, Song of Songs, because, and Ecclesiastes as well. They're poetic books, right? I did a study on Song of Solomon last year with a lady, actually, and man, I spent months in the book, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is a love story to us. Like, he's madly in love with us. This is what it's talking about, Anyway, in Proverbs, we already know it's a wisdom book. You read this, you get wisdom from it. And we can apply it into our lives. We can apply it to our lives. However, there's 3 layers to this. And first and foremost, it's like a hymn describing wisdom. It's like the gathering together, because in the end, it ends with Proverbs 31, and it's complete, right? So it has so much wisdom and understanding, and then towards the end, it ends with Proverbs 31, right? So it's the first layer is like the wisdom of Christ, right? What he has done, who he is. Christ is wisdom. He's sound. He's righteous. He's the light of the world. He's, everything. He illuminates. He's the bread, the life, the breath, your song, all of this. That is who he is, right? The second layer is like the bride of Christ, who we are in him, because he is wisdom. We have that wisdom in us. So that's who we are as we look to Christ, as we depend on him. And listen, we don't do it perfectly all the time. I'm not talking about this is what we do all the time. No, this is what Christ does in you all the time. He is the wisdom in you. He is the truth in you. He is washing his word through you. He is the song through you. He is the light and the life through you. He is the victory in you. And we have that life, which is Christ. And that is our new life. And so the second layer here is the bride of Christ. One flesh with Jesus, right? And of course, thirdly, it is being Christ-like, looking to Jesus and depending on Him, His love, focusing on His love for you individually, and it's so personally, and it's so intimate, but focusing on His love for you, understanding that you could not be plucked out of His hands, the security that He has, the security that you have in Him. All the fruit of the Spirit is Him, and He is in you, and you are in Him, and it's gorgeous. And when you're focused on that, yes, that can be worked out through your every being, through your whole being, right? Because the Spirit, and that's why I say being more Christ-like, because you are in Christ. You cannot be more in Christ in a month from now or 10 months from now. You are seated in high places right now. However, to renew your mind and look to Him gives you the joy, and up and inside, the fruit of the Spirit gets worked in, and outwardly it gets worked out. It's an overflow. It is. It's gorgeous. And so to be more Christ-like, for Him, the Spirit lives in you, so He gets worked. He is in you, and it gets worked out through, as you renew your mind, your thought pattern, your will, your emotion, and your heart. And, to love your neighbor is also to respect a person, right? But it comes from Christ. And it's that simple. It's that simple. His Spirit lives in you. As you focus on Him, renewing your mind, it gets worked out from your thoughts, will, emotions, and it can be worked out through your body, through your whole being. Because you have new life, because it is Him. Okay? It is not I, it is Christ. It is not I, it is Christ. Keep telling yourself that. It's not me. It's Christ, and it's beautiful. I know you can be singing a song, a worship song, or maybe someone approaches you and says something that you and the Lord has been speaking intimately with each other, and it's like little things like that, and it's just like that brings you to a place of wow, a joy like no other, a peace that surpasses all understanding, not as the world gives, but it only comes from Christ. Anyway, so I'm going to read 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Rubies is like a red, right? Christ's blood shed is red. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. So we trust in Christ, right? As He pours His fruit into His child, and it's His artwork. You are His masterpiece. You are His masterpiece. 12. She will do him good and not evil all of her days, or all of her life. She seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands. Okay? She is like the merchant's ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises also while it is yet night, and gives meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. So just all these scriptures right here is like, you can see Jesus in this. So it is Jesus who is the winery. He is the wine. He is our new wine. He is the one that planted the vineyard. He is the grape, right? And we just get to enjoy it, and we have received it. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengthened her arms. So Christ is our strength. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goes out, or not out by night. Our candle could never go out. The light is always shining through us. Christ is always with us, right? Never leaving nor forsaking us. Verse 19. She lays her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. So it's like He is our new cloth. That's in Mark 2. He is our new cloth. He is our new wine. She stretched out her hand to the poor, yea, and she reached forth her hand to the needy. So Christ came to save the poor in spirit, the wretched, poor people, the sinners, all of us. He came to seek and save the lost. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. That's what that is. She is not afraid of the snow for her household are clothed with scarlet. Okay? So I thought about immediately, yes, Christ bled, but it immediately it brought me to Ruth. You know how Ruth, the story of Ruth, not Ruth, sorry. Well, this is a symbolic to Ruth, but Rahab, that's what I'm going to say, Rahab. And she snuck in the spies. She snuck them in. What's interesting is she let down a scarlet rope. I remember reading that a long time ago, and I was thinking, wow, that's actually symbolic to salvation as well. The rope of Christ is deeply, richly, the color is red, the blood shed, and He did it in the name of love. And He pulled us out of danger. 23, her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth, and delivereth girdles into the merchants. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Strength and honor are our clothing, children. That's our clothing. God's strength and honor. And we shall rejoice in that. We shall rejoice. We should be a people of joy, no matter what we're going through, because it is finished. God already defeated hell, the grave and hell and everything. So no matter what you're going through, we all go through things. Keep focusing on who you are, looking to Jesus, focusing on that. She opened her mouth with wisdom in her tongue, and is the law of kindness. She looks well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, and her husband also, and he praises her. So we're blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed beyond measure. We're blessed beyond anything in this world. We have life. We have liberty.